Level Up. And of course, in every session of Level Up, right, I would like to actually get people to actually share with you guys, right, on how you can actually level up in your business. And of course, recently, right, I've been actually thinking a lot about this thing called partnership. And when you think about partnership, right, the first thing that you will probably think of, right, will be, well, how do I actually find a partner? So I think that it's very, very important, right, to actually know that, finding a partner, right, is really like, I would say finding a life partner, okay? And if you were to actually find a life partner, right, of course, this is a very, very important decision, really. And being a very important decision, right, you're really committing your life, your time, your effort, and everything, right, to your other partner. And of course, I've also seen partnership that doesn't work. So I'm sure that, I would want to actually find out more from these two people right beside me, okay? How do they actually come up, right, with such a good partnership whereby, even down to the tasks and details, right, they are not in a way overlapping, okay? Each of them, they are actually playing to the best of their own skills and at the same time, right, value adding this partnership. So I'm sure you guys also know that when we talk about partnership, a lot of people find that a partnership, right, is actually the effort of two people. But let me tell you something. If let's say a good partnership, right, you can really achieve, right, the efficiency of three people. Okay, so a partnership is always three people. Okay, when two come together, it's always three. Okay, so of course, I've actually have a very, very good working relationship between Justin and Chris, and I feel very impressed every time I work with them because the task that I actually set up to them, right, instructions is very, very simple, and they always get things done. Okay, so without further ado, I would like Chris and Justin, right, to actually share with us, okay, the foundation of their partnership. Okay, let's give a hand to them. Virtual hand, virtual hand. All right.
Okay, so just let me just share my screen first, okay? Just give me a second. Can you guys see? Can see, huh?
Can.
Okay, hi guys. So I'm Chris here. So Justin. Justin is my partner, okay? Can see or not?
How come I don't see your share screen?
Need to click share screen, then you select the PowerPoint.
No, he's on it. Chris on.
Just let me try again.
Okay, so along the way, right, of course, you have a lot of burning questions that you guys might want to actually ask and answer, you want us to answer. But of course, in order for them, right, to actually give everything to you guys, I hope that we can actually do it at the end of this session so that once everything is over, then of course, any questions that you all ask, right, we will answer for you, okay? So this is the main thing I want you all to actually take note.
Okay, come, let's start. So if there's along the way, if you guys got any question, you can just feel free to ask. Just type inside the chat or the Q&A to me and Justin, okay? So let's start. Okay, so I'm Chris here. So Justin is my partner, okay? So one thing in common about us is that we joined in this real estate in 2016, okay? We joined directly under Ivan, okay? So over time, I mean, you can see that, we have achieved many awards, but you can see all the awards are all started in 2019. So let me just explain to you what is the roadmap, what happened, before this, since we have joined in 2016. Let me just share with you what exactly happened, over time later, okay? So this is just a brief introduction about us. So we have achieved several awards in ERA already. So this is myself, okay? I joined real estate in 2016. Okay, I graduated in SMU in 2017. So basically, during initial part, when I first joined ERA, I was a part-time. I started part-time first, then after when I graduated in SMU, then I started full-time. So this job is my first-time job, okay? So you can see my Instagram and my Facebook there. Feel free to just follow us later. So let me just, a brief introduction about me, why I choose real estate, okay? As you can see, this is just, just 5 pictures can actually, you can see my entire life really. I'm a person that I like to go outgoing. So you can see that, I rode bike, you can see the bike photo, basically I rode bike to Phuket. I like to go for road trips, okay? What's the reason that I joined Ivan, okay? Basically, Ivan and Ben Lim is actually my very close friend during army. So that's one of the reasons why, I joined them. Okay, but what's the reason, exactly the reason why I want to join real estate? Because, you know, I think the real estate really gives us the potential to, you know, to be above average. You know, I don't like to work in an 8 to 5 job. So basically I want to, you know, put in the amount more effort to earn, you know, a better living for myself and for my family. So recently, you know, I found a new sport, you know, because Justin loves to do snowboarding. So I joined Justin at the beginning of this year. Sadly, I came back with a broken elbow. And then Bjorn also, right? Kevin Lee was there also. You can see the top. So, you know, I like to play sports, you know, I like to do something different. Okay. So lastly, you can see my dog photo. So I'm a animal lover. I have like a lot of pets at home. I got cats, I got rabbit, and I got dog also. So this is just a
he
very
got a lot of rabbit, a lot of cats.
I got 7 cats, got 3 rabbit, 1 dog.
Yeah, that's how many he has. Yeah.
Okay, come, let's. It's online, your turn.
Okay. Okay. So this is me, Justin. I joined the business same time as Chris, right? So back in 2016. But I came from my family business, so I was doing here and there a little bit, but not with full time with my family business. But end of the day, I sold off my family business. Then I realized I still need to continue to do a business, but I don't want to be tied to 8 to 5, just like Chris, right? So that was how I stumbled upon real estate. So I was always deciding, you know, standard lah. People always decide between real estate lah, insurance lah, and all the other kind of sales jobs, right? So real estate definitely was the one that drawn me, because my parents also they actually have invested in real estate, and actually some made money, some lose money. So to me, I only saw the commission that Ivan Lam was the one that actually sold my mom places, right? So I saw the commission.
Agent, is it?
Sorry?
Ivan was your agent, he was previously
Yeah,
your agent.
Ivan was my mom's agent, and that was how I actually got to meet him. So he earned my mother's commission, he earned my overriding, everything like my whole life is now his already, basically. Okay. So yeah, next, Chris.
Yeah. Can see?
Yeah.
Sorry, it's a bit
Okay,
like.
so likewise, I'm also very outgoing, right? And Chris already mentioned I love doing snowboarding. I even tell our bosses to go. I travel a lot. So basically, doing real estate really was to really upkeep the quality of life that I really want to have, right? Without having to sacrifice a lot, because our business, our time is flexible. So we really can do like wakeboarding. I go early in the morning, and then after that, maybe about 10 a.m. I go back to work. Yeah, so that kind of stuff. So it really allows me to do everything that I want to do, and yet still do my business. Yeah, so that was really why I joined real estate. Okay, so I'll let Chris continue to touch on how we actually partner up. Right, Chris?
Okay, sorry, the screen is just a little bit lag, so we need to give some time to the. Is it next ready? All right.
Yeah, thanks, really.
Okay, so how our partnership form? Okay, so basically, right, let's go back to the timeline. I think timeline, these lines, right, is basically what we always draw to our client, right? So today I'll draw to you about our timeline today. Okay, so basically, right, we met each other in ERA when we first passed, right? So we met each other in ERA during May period. So May period is the time that, you know, we passed our exam. The exam is out already, visa is out, so we went to office to register together. So that's where I met Justin first. Okay, but initially we do not have any plans, because we don't know what we don't know, and we don't know, you know, how we don't even know each other. We are just like a stranger. We just meet each other in ERA with Ivan only. Okay, so basically we are doing our own things. Then in August, we graduated from acceleration together. So that's where we start to know each other better. So we start to see each other better, you know, what we are doing, stuff like that. You know, because before we even get our license officially, we will start to prepare stuff already. You know, Justin and I, we last time very kanchong. We will keep on prepare all the stuff beforehand, man. Right? Correct, or not, Justin?
Yeah.
So,
Even now
so we
also
prepare.
kanchiong now.
Yeah, we always kanchiong. We always prepare things in advance, one. You know. Okay. So basically, when we first started the business, right? You know, we do our own farming. Okay. So basically, we do our own GTA. Last time, you know, we both started with landed offers because Ivan and Kenny is very strong in landed property. So, you know, you join a mentor, of course, you want to follow a mentor footstep, right? Correct. So basically, we started off with our own landed property area first. Okay. So we farm ourselves, but then we still keep in touch. You know, we still talk to each other, see how the progress and everything. But then we do not have any, you know, we start to see each other pattern. Because, you know, you're just finding a girlfriend right now. So I'm finding my girlfriend right now. So I see each song like pattern, like, oh, you know, like not bad, huh? You know, his pace is almost same as, you know, same as us right now. So
Chris, how many girlfriend you have?
discuss. Huh?
How many girlfriend you have?
Wait, don't talk like that. Okay, so basically, right, so we look at each other patterns, so we think that, you know, wow, it seems like we are quite compatible to each other. Okay, so we decided to you know, we have the same mindset that, you know, we think that partnership, right, is we believe in pulling money together, right, then we can have a wider reach. So because, you know, sales is just, you know, basically just a number game. So we decided to, you know, maybe talk about it. So we have, you know, plans to do things together. Okay. So we talk about it. Then we chanced upon a office. Okay. We committed the office together. You know, we just started only. We got no money, we have no income already. We just started, then we got office already. So basically we squeezed in this office, got 3 of us. Justin, me, and Ben Lim. Because 3 of us, we are all very close to each other. So we shared a room. So, you know, imagine that, you know, we do not have any income. We start to have a, you know, office together already. I feel that this is one of the first, I think this commitment is first commitment that Justin and I, we have to each other, man. Because getting an office and spending money together, right, I think is something that, you know, not everybody will have the courage to come out just, oh, you know, I just get an office together.
So can I ask you guys a question, right? Because a lot of us, right, we also do not want to actually commit to an office. So what's the reason for you to actually commit to an office even when you just started out? I mean, it doesn't make sense, right, for me to actually spend money in an office when I can just work from home.
Okay, because for partnership, right, it's very important to meet often. So we also don't want to, every time meet here, go maybe meet at McDonald's or what, you know. So for us, it was a symbol of commitment that we are in this business together. Okay. So now that we are committed, okay, we also need to find way to go and service the room rental, right? Yeah. So we will push each other, no choice. This is the way we kind of push ourselves,
commit to each other.
Being committed.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, I think in 2016, end of 2016, we started to, you know, talk about our partnership. That's why we have the room, we rented a room together already. Then we started to do some planning together. Okay. So in 2017, right? So the first thing first, in March, okay, I graduated from SMU. Finally, you know, finally I can have my full time in real estate already. Okay. So Justin and I, we started off with some of the areas in some area HDB. Okay. We started farming HDB in Tampines. So we managed to close some room rentals. Then we managed to go for a listing presentation to get some listing sales, regardless of sales, whether or because of rental, we still do together. Okay. But then along the way, I think, you know, as you farm, I think because we farm together, we farm alone. Then we think that, wow, very tiring for us to, you know, every day, each one will fetch me in the morning. Because last time I ride bike. I do not have a car. So each one every morning will come fetch me in the morning, right? Then we go farming. Maybe send me home, then after that we go change, then we go back office together. So this is what we do in our initial phase. So can you imagine how we are very bonded in the initial part lah, as you can see already. Right now, Isong. I think Isong also angry last time. Always fetch me, man.
Yeah, okay lah. Yeah.
Okay. So
too long already. Can't remember the feeling.
Okay, so basically, right, in the initial phase, Yizhong is more of the planning guy. I think we identify some of our strength already. Yizhong initially he's more on the planning one, more on the doing one. So I think along the way, right, we have been farming already. Then we see no result. I mean, a lot of new associates, I think they are also facing the same thing. When they do not see any result, 1-2 months later, right, they will start to think, hey, is it this area you cannot do? So we did the same mistake also. So Justin and I, we pull out our HDB already. We pull out this area here, we go and do somewhere else. Okay, so we explore many areas. We do HDB, we do condo, we do landed, we do everything. We go and bang wall already because we think that wow, 1-2 months no result, no listing, then we start to sian already. Then we start to throw money. We pay people to help us farm already. So that's where our expenses, we start to spend a lot of money. We go condominium, we farm, we throw stamps, all these things. Okay, so we started a lot of things. Then we started to struggle already. Okay, so that's where our partnership a little bit shaky. Okay, let me just share with you one thing. Okay, I think Justin last time, right, suggested something about condominium. Like, Yi-Chong, you want to share with them something about condominium last time?
What?
The story. You want to share with them last time what you suggested about condo or not?
What, the commando one?
Okay, so last time, right, okay, in 2017, right, Yi-Chong suggested, okay, he said, hey, why not we go and do commando style. We go and farm condo ourselves. Which means that we bluff the security guard, say that, we drop off, but then we park the car, we go and take our flights, we go and distribute. Okay, we did that, okay? So Yi-Chong is he's the sniper, so he helped me look out for people, help me look out for security guard and residents. I'm the one that go and throw. So all these things we have done already. Okay? So I think
but we also ultimately got caught also lah.
Yeah, you got caught.
Condos. Yeah.
So we got caught Bayshore. That one I remember. We got caught in Bayshore. The security guard chasing us. You can imagine Bayshore is so big, right? Security guard is chasing us. Imagine or not? So I think that's where we hit us very hard because we all scared really. The moment we got caught, right, we start to be scared really. I think we start to struggle really. Then we start to think, hey, how like that? We think that this condo we throw ourselves is going to be the best solution for us to break through in this real estate business. But then in the end, right, we didn't have any breakthrough and we got caught and we scared really. Can you imagine we spend the money, spend the time to print the flyers, go and distribute the flyers, prepare the flyers, all these things, right? Need time and need money. So we have invested so many things in 2017, right? There's no result. Okay? So you can imagine, we from 2016 until 2017, right, we never closed a deal. Okay? The first deal that we closed together is October, which is the HDB. Can you imagine, we closed the HDB only, then business, after deducting our 70-30, how much we left only?
Okay, wait, to be clear, we never closed deal together, but individually we still had some deals. Maybe because of our referral or what. I mean, that was what kept us going for a little bit more also lah. Yeah.
Yi-Chong warm market is very strong. Okay, Yi-Chong have a lot of rich friends on, so he got a lot of warm market, right? So in 2018, right, I think we start to see struggles really. I think for me personally, because I just graduated from SMU, I started to have no money really. So I was quite desperate. So I actually talked to Yi-Chong. I said that if you continue to be like this, right, I think I'm going to die in real estate really. Really no money really. I think I need to thank Yi-Chong. I mean today, right, Yi-Chong helped me in the initial part of my real estate. When I no money, Yi-Chong lend me money on it. Yi-Chong helped me fork out the money first one in the real estate business one. So I want to thank Yi-Chong here, okay? But this struggle is real. I think a lot of us have struggled already. But I think it's all worth it lah. Okay? So in 2018, right, Justin and I, we sit down and talk already. Because after whatever happened in 2017, wow, we got no result. Then we start to think already. Okay, so we sit down and talk together. And we discuss. So we swap role now. I'm the one that going to do the planning. Then Yi-Chong is the one that going to do. He's not going to give me anything. He's not going to give me any suggestions. I'm just going to do only. Then he follow me. I think he trusts me already. Because, I mean, over time, we have done a lot of things together. Then he trusts me for whatever thing that I've done already. So in 2017, right, in 2018, right, we started to focus on landed properties only. So almost everything, right, we do landed properties only. So we started to, in this 2018, you want to restart your GTA, I think you will need time to build your GTA. So in 2017, in 2018, I start to feel shaky really. I feel shaky really because wow, I never earned money in 2017. Not much money lah. I mean, I just average Singaporean, which I don't want my correct. Then I start to shaky really. I think then after that, Yi-Chong and I we decided to combine some of this together. Yi-Chong share his warm market to me with me. That's where we start to see help me to sustain lah. Correct, Yi-Chong.
No, actually,
Yeah.
to be very fair, I put it out there, put the one market out there is really so that we can have a balance in our commitment. Because right, if not, it will just be me trying to do my referral, and then you feel like wow, sian, what if you never close deal, definitely lah. So that was the whole reason why I wanted to put it out there. I think that really bonded us a lot because for me, it's all about if I win alone, it's not sure. I want to together. Yeah. So that was the whole reason why I did it.
Yeah. So, but Yishong have already closed a lot of deals. I mean, he's won market already. Yeah. I mean, back in 2017, back in 2018, I think initially 2018 he already clocked quite a bit already. So that's where he think. I mean, we feel that there's an imbalance. So he helped me lah. So we shared the war market together. Okay. Then we finally, we closed multiple deals already. I mean, through Justin War Market. But then the first deal that we do our GTA, right, our first deal together, right, is in October 2018. I think that's where we start to see something, we start to see things in our own GTA already. That's where I think Justin started to believe in me already. Because I decided everything I just spend only. Each one you just be the one that keep doing only. Then I want to share this. Okay, I in 2018 I already feel damn down already. Okay, super down. Then Justin right got award leh. Then imagine Justin got award. I know award leh.
So
I think
along the way, right, at the point of time, right, do you actually feel like giving up?
Yeah, along the way I definitely feel like giving up lah. I feel like giving up really. I even to be honest right, it's Ivan here right. I got think of Ivan is he good or not leh? At the point of time.
Best manager for me. Is he doing the things that I expect him to do? Right or not?
Yeah, I think at once when you reach a low, right, you have a lot of doubts already. You have super a lot of doubts. I have a lot of doubts. I think wow, Ivan correct. Oh, Justin 对不对了？是不是那个我的 got my correct girlfriend or not?
Also, yeah.
So you think like there's a lot of doubts lah. But then so when I see Yichong take award, to be honest, right, I think only those close people will know. I didn't attend 2019 APBC. That's the reason, because I feel then demoralized. To be honest, this one I upfront I tell everybody. I feel then demoralized because my partner is taking award. I've attend 2016, I've attend 2017, attend 2018 APBC. Imagine the third time I attend, I don't get award, right? I damn sian. Yeah, which I really feel damn sian. So in 2019, when doing APBC, right, I went overseas, just have a road trip. Yeah, so each time I see Yisong take award, then never mind lah, But I mean, I take this negativity, right, convert into positivity to myself. I use this to motivate myself to work harder. Because I'm thinking, wow, I giving myself last chance already. If 2019, right, if I don't achieve something right, I might as well just look for a full-time job better one. Correct or not? So I use this negativity, right, change to positivity and motivation to myself, for myself. Okay? So, and true enough, Justin and I, right, we managed to achieve a lot more things in 2019 together. I think this word together is very important for a partnership. Okay, wait, sorry, the slides is a bit lagging. Let me just wait for a while. Yeah, I think 2019 is one of a breakthrough for our partnership together. Correct, Justin? Do you agree? Do you agree that 2019 is a breakthrough for us or not?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So I think 2019, right, is really a breakthrough for us really. I think 2019 we really try to do our best. We follow the plan, we give our commitment to each other to do, to do things together. Okay, so we have received multiple awards together. We even changed car together, at the point of time. So let me just talk to you. Yeah, we like, hey, my first car, right, Yichong sell me one. I don't even need to pay down payment to Yichong. Yichong let me pay monthly installment to him. Imagine how much Yichong helped me or not. Okay, so let's talk about the key success to a partnership lah. Not just us, but I think to a general partnership. I think first thing first, I think I list the things down based on the which one is more important. I think first, trust is very important. Right. I think trust, right? Trust is basically something that I think over time, right? And we build the trust between each other, over time, man. Correct or not, Yichong? Yeah, I think Yichong Yeah, took us a while to build a trust. I think trust is something that you cannot do anything one, but it's to build together one. Yeah, so I feel that trust, right, is something that we have to help each other to build one. Yi Chong have helped me during my low time, the financial difficulties time. He have helped me. That's why I started trusting him. Yeah. Okay. So commitment, I think commitment. Second thing is commitment is also very important. I think commitment, if let's say we don't commit to each other, we give like 50-50 kind of effort to each other, I don't think we are going anywhere. I think commitment during this period, during the hard time, during the bad time, during the good time, I think we give our commitment to each other is very good. Yeah. Okay. Third thing, fairness. I think fairness is something that something that you cannot calculate. Okay, so basically, I think that fairness, you talk about how much, like for example, the things I'm doing, the things that Yi Chong do, how are you going to weigh that, if you want to be calculative, correct? The time that you spend in this business, between the time I spend in this business, you cannot calculate the timing that you spend. So I think fairness is something that, cannot be, we cannot be calculative, okay? In other words, you cannot be calculative towards each other because there are things that, for example, I design flyers. I need, flyers is something that you need more time to design, correct or not? So it cannot be calculated how many hours you have used. So I think this is something that, we have to take note. Cannot be gei gao lah, okay? So fourth, motivation. I think motivation part, along the way, you can see that, definitely we want to, want to be better. But then there are times that, we are tired really. So I think for this motivation, right, Yi Chong and I, we can see each other like when we are down. Like sometimes, Yi Chong sometimes shake really. You see Yi Chong, right, when Yi Chong shake, right, Yi Chong just very quiet one, kind of Yi Chong. Yi Chong shake, right? Yeah, Yi Chong won't do anything, one. I tell you, Yi Chong is just come office, right, just sit down there and just do nothing, that kind one. Then when I shake, right, I don't even be in office one. Okay, so I think that's where we see each other pattern really. So we will know, right, when we shake, right, we'll start to pull each other. Okay, we start to pull each other back. I think this is very important because I think for like, sometimes we cannot run every day, correct? We need time to take a break one. So that's where we start to pull each other. I think it's very important. Okay. Fifth thing is problem solving. I think problem solving is also very important. You see, like for example, the one that we struggle, our first struggle, the one that we GTA, we keep changing. Imagine if at that point of time, right, we don't have this problem solving, we don't solve the problem, right, when we solve the issue already, right, I think we won't be together already. I think we already break up already. I think partnership, right, I think our partnership won't be as good. I mean, like, won't be like this today already. Number 6, conflict management. Yi Chong and I, we how to say, conflict, definitely.
We are not the, okay, we are both very dominant. But the thing is, when we have an issue, right, we also don't want to, because we don't want to hurt each other's ego, ma. We know that both of us are egoistic, right? So we don't want to hurt each other. We will just loon, and then we don't talk until the next day when there's a work thing, right? Then we talk again. Then we just swat the whole thing. So that is
So
just
for the
us.
of everybody, right? Who has the
That's
higher
right.
ego? Who a higher ego?
To be very fair, I think he got higher ego.
Chris, what do you think?
I think I have a high ego lah. I think I'm a person that I'm very straightforward one. I don't like, I will just say one.
Yeah, I think he has a higher ego, but he is a lot more effective in communicating, or rather in managing his ego.
Yeah. There are times that I pull back one. I think there are times, right. I mean, along the way, I learn how to be a better person. I'll pull out, the ego has to maintain a bit lah. Yeah. So
both ways lah, also lah. Yeah.
Okay, so basically this is how we manage our conflict. So I mean, there are better ways that you manage conflict. Like, I think most importantly, right, there are things that we don't like. We have to open the table and say. I think most important, I think the keyword is communication. Communication is very important. Okay. Number 7, I think identify the strength and weaknesses of our individual. Right? I think it's very important. I think Justin and I we have did very well in identifying our strength and weaknesses. I think the strength that I'm doing, right, the things I'm doing is basically my strength. It's Yi Chong weakness. The things that Yi Chong is doing, right, is basically my weakness and Yi Chong's strength. I think this is very important. This is how we get things done very effectively. Okay. And the last thing, common goals. I think as a partnership, right, we need to have a common goal to work towards each together. I mean, some partnership that I heard, right, I talk to other people, like other, you know, our teammates, our partnership, right, you know, when I ask them what is their goal, you go and ask them, right, their goal is different, man. It's very different. I think this is wrong, eh? I mean, if you want to be a partnership, right, both of my goal and Yichong goal have to be the same. Correct, not Yichong?
Yep.
Yeah, so I think this is very, very important, okay? So these are the 8 key things, right, that I think for me and Yichong, I think that these work pretty well for both of us. Okay, so now I'll let Yichong to talk about how did we achieve more together.
Okay.
It's a little bit lag. Let me just see.
Okay.
Later.
So, how did we? What you want to say?
No, he got some question. What was both of our goal?
Okay, I think that one we will actually answer that later. So you put it inside the Q&A section so that we can actually cover it later.
Okay. Okay. So how do we achieve more together, right? So I think Chris already listed down the few things that we have to do. So obviously, it was the strongest thing that stuck out to me was identify the strength and weakness lah. Okay, so I'm going to share with you a little bit about what we did. Next slide. Okay.
Sorry, it's a bit like okay.
Okay, so the first thing is through accountability. I think being in a partnership, right, we have the luxury of having somebody to rely on, having somebody to check in on you. So we didn't shy away from that. As much as we are strangers from the start, right? We didn't shy away from trying to bother him. Hey, do you do this? Do you do that? Right? I constantly remind him, hey, you're this client, you follow until how already? See what already? Haven't see what? Yeah, maybe you can bring here, you can bring there. So that was a lot of accountability that drove us. Because if I didn't do, then Chris was like, what the hell, what you didn't do? You know? And likewise, if he never do, I was like, hey bro, do it, must do lah. You know? So constantly, always check in, whether weekends, no viewing. I should tell him why no viewing. Yeah, so we constantly are on our toes because we check in with each other. Okay, next. Okay, through challenging each other also. So that was quite important. Initially, Chris was he was less, I would say, he don't like to really go confront people. He's not that's not where he will go and do door knock calling. No, he's not that kind. Yeah. So I had to push him in the right way. Okay. Maybe just say, hey bro, together lah. We just have to do door knocking together. No choice. Yeah. Then through door knocking, through all the calling, through flyering also, wow, we damn shack. One day we had to comb don't know how much, 20 blocks, 30 blocks one day. Yeah. So no matter how shack, we just had to push each other. He said when I shack already, he will tell me, hey bro, no lah, just finish it lah. Then we hit at least 25 blocks. Something like that, you know? It's that kind of thing. At least we have each other. The whole luxury was really having each other, which I think it can help you in your business if you are the sort where you don't like to take action. Having somebody to push you is good. Okay, next. Okay, next also through systems. Okay, so mainly I was talking about the advantage of having a partnership, but also, you know, partnership, right? Sometimes because there are things that you have to decide on together, communication, it will take time. So a lot of times I see some partnership out there, hey, we should do this, they plan but never do, they never execute. So through systems, right, it allows us to really just, you know, get the things done without having to check in with that other person. So we just, okay, we know that, okay, now we need flyering. Okay, Chris will go and plan, go and print, and I'll be the one handling the distributors. I'll be the one handling finances also, because out of the both of us, I'm the more calculative one. So we basically, what we did was really play to our strength. He had a very good eye for detail. He had a better eye for design, right? So all the photo taking and all during the LP, right? It was all done by him, and yeah, I think he's very good at it lah. So I just continue to let him do, and just nice, if he's taking photo, then I'll be the one talking to the client during our first meeting, during negotiation. So it's not that he won't do. Sometimes he also can, do it without me. But it's just that if I'm stronger, then might as well I do it first. And until the day where I really, don't have the time or I really cannot make it at LP, then yeah, he can step up also. Yeah. So it's really through playing up to our strengths, right, that we actually did a lot more together. Okay. And next. So lastly was through reinvesting into our business. I think Chris already touched on how much we struggled initially, right? So through our referrals and stuff like that, we actually reinvested into the business. We really wanted to do more together. Even no money, right? We go and buy a $300 or $1,500 camera, just so that everything is online now. We need to invest in a good camera, right? Just so that we can have better response. Yeah. So we didn't hold back in our spending. That was us being committed, having the same ideology was very, very important. Okay, so reinvesting into the business is that also really helped us. Okay, so next slide. So if you are really thinking about a partnership, right, these are really some pros and cons that we have, gone through. And I really felt that there's a lot more pros than cons. You have people to bounce idea with, push you, like I already mentioned. All right. I think, but out of all these points, right, the most important one to me was you have somebody to cover you. Let me share with you all a story. So, I think last year I actually went every January, February. I will actually be in Japan snowboarding and stuff, right? And February is actually my birthday. So Chris, he don't go February. He will stay in Singapore. He'll cover me. The best thing was, right, after a whole damn day of damn shack snowboarding, right, I came back, I see my message, right, he said, bro, I closed 2 deals today. I said, wow. And then he just add one happy birthday. Like, wow, this one damn solid. This was really the best thing about our partnership. It's like you're away on your holiday, on your birthday, right, and you still got, I don't know, I forgot how much that was, but it was 2 deals I remember very, very clearly. Yeah. So
I think it's HDB. I think it's HDB if I'm not wrong. If I never remember wrongly, I think so.
I cannot remember lah. Yeah, but anyway, that was something that I was really very, very happy with. Right. So somebody to cover you. It's not just about the closing deals. Then if you are busy, Chris he always is always away with his mom and grandma. So I also can cover him. He also very on with his reservist, right? Yeah. So his reservist is one will take up quite a bit of time also. Yeah, so I also just cover him. So there's really no complaints. We are happy doing jobs for each other. Just know that, once I come back from my holiday, I felt like, hey, what he do for me. After that month, I also go and close another 2 for him. Yeah. So it was always that constant healthy competition, even between the four of us. Yeah. And then, so cons, these are just experiences that I experienced slightly. I see partnerships fall apart is mainly because they really have very different commitment level. Like some people, one side of the partner is a little bit more chill. They like, clock maybe 150,000, 200,000. They want to relax. They don't want to do anything more. They felt like, okay, this is the kind of income that I'm happy with. Then another one want to do 500, 600, 700, that kind. So it will totally be off balance. Then sooner or later, slowly, right, people will feel like the partnership will feel like somebody is definitely doing a lot more. Then that won't be able to work. Okay. So that is for partnerships. Okay. Next slide, Chris.
The question, hey guys, got any question? Just keep it coming. We will answer it behind. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so in line with our level up training, right? We also have some deals that we want to share with you guys. Right, these few deals that allowed us to really level up, you know, in, as realtors, as people in our business. Okay, go next. Okay, wow, this one is a okay. This was a tough deal. It was tough because so to give you a bit of background, right? We got the Westwood listing, which is on the left, right, through flyers. Okay, he marketed the unit for quite a while already and couldn't sell. And then if I'm not wrong, it's a ERA reason. Then he marketed 3-4 months cannot sell. Then but we took over, I think about 1 month. 1 month we have a buyer already. But the thing is, this buyer, right, they haven't sell their place. That's one. Number two is, she's a PR, so they need the LDAU because it's a landed, right? So I told us being agents, we definitely need to make them commit. I say no matter what, you just commit first lah. The LDAU we put a subjective clause lah, you know. So she agreed. She was okay to do it, and then she go and offer. I thought stay offer already, sure, okay. Walao eh. Then right, when I brought up the offer to the owner said, okay, I can take the price, but the thing is, because they need to sell house, they need an extended option. Extended option usually we take extra like maybe 1%, 2%. The owner wanted the full 5% upfront. I said, wow, how to convey, this kind of message? But I said, okay lah, never mind, I will try. But and then on top of it, right, the lawyer advised my client, right, to go and take extra 2% on top of the 5% because of the subjective LDAU clause. Then in my mind, it's like, then like that, we put the subjective clause for what? You go and make people forfeit 7%. It's crazy, what? Right? So naturally, when I brought this message to the buyer didn't. So they said, forget it. Then I'm gonna just start selling my place and then go and get the LDAU. She confirmed can get LDAU one lah. Her income was good. Her family was very rooted in Singapore. Her son even in NS and everything. So we were very, very confident that she will get it, right? So the picture on the right was a flat. We had to sell away her flat. Wow, super renovated. So naturally, with renovated place, she had high expectations. Okay, but at this point of time, she very irritated with me already. Oh yeah, just to add on, right, this client, right, was actually laid off from Chris to me because between both of us, Chris was actually the more patient one, but he cannot tahan this lady. I also don't know why. This lady also cannot tahan him, so he laid it off to me. All right, then I had to continue. So at this point of time, she was very irritated because I asked her the offer, then the offer cannot get accepted. Then okay, never mind. We sell her place. I think within 2 weeks already, I found her a buyer, but the price wasn't exactly the best lah. But it was above market price because no matter what, it's still renovated. All right, but so eventually I had to manage her. I managed to close her to get her the price that she is okay with. So I took again her offer. This time she also got her LDAU ready already. Wow, I thought okay lah, this time sure smooth one. Correct or not? LDAU ready, offer ready, price there. Okay. Wow. I brought the offer back to the Westwood. Alamak, this seller, I also don't know why. The lawyers, right, actually advised the seller to go and remove, if you're going to open the OTP, to go and remove clause 6 and 7 of the OTP. Then when I look at it, I was like, what is clause 6 and 7? Number clause 6, right, is actually a novation clause. And number 7, right, is the LDAU clause. Although she already got the LDAU, but she felt very bullied that, why I already got my approval, why is it, we even showed the approval, why must cancel? Then in the lawyer's eyes is, you already have it, so just cancel lah. The novation clause, the client don't care. But to the buyer, is just, she felt very bullied, so she don't want. She said, no matter what, I'm gonna keep clause 7, I don't care, if not, no deal. Then finally the Westwood owner woke up a bit lah, say, okay, don't everything listen to the lawyer. So he accepted the course number 7 over there, stuck the LDAU there. So it's all these kind of things. Then, okay, I thought, okay, sweet already. I tell the buyer, steady, course 7 will keep. Then after that, the buyer suddenly said, hey, for your information, I want extension. No, sorry, not I want extension. I want early handover. I'm like, wow, you never tell me earlier. Anyway, early handover, got indemnity and all these, already brief her. So she said she's okay lah. She's okay to put up all the indemnity stuff. I bring up to the lawyer. Right? The lawyer of the seller said, for indemnity, they will charge $1,500 just to draft out the whole indemnity. I mean, based on our experience, normally we see so maximum also about $500. You tell $1,500, you're again bullying people, right? So, long story short, the buyer sucked it up and took all these indemnity clauses and got more ridiculous clauses inside, but the buyer really liked the place, so they sucked it up and went through the deal. All right, so long story short, this deal was so difficult because I had to manage so many different characters. All right, the lawyers, the sellers, the buyers. The buyers was very difficult. The seller totally not listening at all. Right. So, I really learned to manage all these characters. And one thing that really showed me about a partnership, right, was that if Chris cannot tahan, at least I am there to tahan. That we from this deal we felt like, hey, wow, we're really lucky that we have each other. If not, I think most people, if you one person, you won't tahan. Then throughout the deal, of course, when I had all these issues, then I just speak to Chris. Then Chris, now he happy lah. He will just tell me, can one lah, can one lah. All that kind of reaction. So that was the one of the harder deals that we did. Okay, next, Chris will tell you about this funny deal that we had also.
Okay, wait, let the thing load for. Okay, so basically this deal I'm gonna say, this deal that we closed is in Loyang Villas. Okay, so when we first LP this house, right? Okay, basically the owner have been marketing for almost a year plus already. Okay, he marketed almost a year plus already. Then he called us to go up to the place and take a look. So the owner have a very high expectation. The owner wants 2.1 million. This is the corner unit and it's a renovated unit. Okay, so basically he spent a lot of money. He bought this house at 1.8 million and he spent maybe about 200-300 more thousand to renovate the house again. So so this house basically, right, this house renovated, so the owner have a high expectation. So me and Yichong, we think that, wow, xiao liao, this high expectation. Then we walk out the house, we think that, aiya, bro, don't waste time lah. This house so high, so expensive, cannot sell one lah. All of us, we should have this impression one. Think, oh, our owner not realistic one. I think sure waste time one lah. We just walk out like, just think that, aiya, just another waste time house. But we still continue to market. Then right, we still keep each other going lah. Okay, so basically right, after maybe a few months, I think maybe about 6 months, half a year, we managed to sell this property. Okay, the owner was desperate already. This owner live in Malaysia. Oh, by the way, the Westwood owner, right, also live in Malaysia. We need to drive all the way inside, all the way into JB, right, to sign the OTP.
Yeah, just in case the lawyer can't choose us again.
Yeah, so this owner in Loyang also same. They are going to, they don't live in Singapore already. Basically, they live in Malaysia. Okay, they rented a house in Malaysia, so they are looking to sell this house, this landed property in Loyang, right, to cash out the assets. Okay, so basically, right, we managed to sell after 6 months. The owner was really desperate already. Okay, we managed to sell this unit. The reason why we managed to sell this unit because we are quite strong in Loyang Villas. Okay, we have a network and we have multiple units in Loyang Villa. So we managed to swing buyers here and there, right, and managed to close this unit. Okay, so I think GTA is, this means that GTA is also very important because you need other units to swing by to this unit to close one. Okay, we managed to close at a decent market rate. Okay, at a decent market rate. These owners desperate already. Okay, actually I didn't know. You look at the right. How come there's a ghost picture, right? Okay, we didn't know the house is haunted. Okay, we didn't know the house is haunted. Okay, so basically the owner is desperate because the owner know that the house is haunted. Okay, and the relationship between the wife and husband, right, is very bad because of this haunted house. That's the reason why.
I want to ask you this question. how do you all know that it's really haunted? Because for me, I'm a very logical person.
Wow,
I don't know.
bro.
I don't know that this house is haunted. Okay. The owner, after we sell this house, okay, last year Christmas, we bought small gift for our clients. So this client, when I went to deliver the small gift to the client, the owner tell me the house is haunted. Okay. The owner tell me when the owner is on the last few days of the before the completion, right? When the owner is going to move out, right? The house is fully glass one, a lot of glass one. Okay. The glass, right, all break. Suddenly, man, all break. The owner still show me picture. The house, the glass break, suddenly out of the blue moon, Okay. Then they also share with me some of the story. The daughter have to go for some psychology, therapy thing. You know, got some depression, Up to so serious, You know, so this one is owner tell us on, say that the house is haunted. Owner also the owner also showed me some picture. We didn't know the house is haunted. And apparently this house every 5 years sure change owner. This owner that we sold is the fifth owner already. I think it's fourth. I think fourth or fifth owner already.
Fourth.
So, yeah, every 5 years change. Yeah, the glass break, the owner have to repair. Yes, have to repair because have to sell at least one. So the owner repair the glass and everything. So the owner reinstate back the glass.
You check on the new buyer or not? Like after they buy already, how is it
Go
going
ahead,
on?
right now, right, we are selling a unit that is 2 units now. Every time I go there, I will like peep a bit.
Yeah. Then one thing, right? Another thing is the owner went to ask the neighbor, the direct neighbor, okay, share the same wall that neighbor. Ask the neighbor. The neighbor is a tenant. Ask the neighbor, hey, the house got ghost or not? Then the neighbor say, yes, the house also got ghost. The house also got ghost. Then right, and just nice, this house, the tenancy finished already. And this house today, the house is still selling. Then right, it's very smart. It's arrange viewing. Ask me go this unit and show the buyer.
I am just a clerk in army. You're a commando, bro. You cannot blame me. Sorry.
No lah, okay lah. So you know, so this story, I think moral of the story is this listing, right? I think even the owner is asking a very high expectation price. Okay, I think we cannot just say no to this unit because eventually, right, the owner is just testing the market. Okay, have been marketing for 1 year plus already, and we finally managed to sell at a low price. I think we sold at 1.75. It's close to the price that he bought it last time. So can you imagine the difference or not? Like 300,000, the owner is willing to let go. Yeah, I think at the end of the day, this deal, you know, we cannot just say no to this deal, to this house, right? Because the asking price is very high. Eventually, the owner will let go at a lower price one, at the market rate lah. Okay, so I'll pass on to Itong again.
Okay, so time to learn some more practical skills, right? Okay, so next.
Next, you just wait for what? It's a little bit lag.
Okay, so this deal, right, we call it a level up deal because you are interested to find out how we actually sold the property in less than a week, right? And we still managed to get a higher than 2% comp. Interested, right? So basically, you all can see the date. The exclusive was signed on the 7th and we closed it on the 13th. I think it was exactly 1 week. And we did all this all in only one viewing. And we still managed to get, I think it should be about 3% comp, if I'm not wrong, or 2.8. Yeah, 2.8% comp. Yeah. So what happened was we got this through our flyers. Okay, Westwood. Then this seller his expectations was about 1.34 there about. Yeah, but his renovation was quite okay. Then I knew I had a buyer, right, that was looking, but because Westwood had a few layouts, I knew I had a buyer to match this house really. And of course I worked on the buyer lah. I said, hey, this house condition is quite okay. Layout is something that you know you cannot alter and it's something that you really want, right? So the owner is asking 1.4. Are you willing to offer or not? Are you willing to offer a price? Then he said, okay lah, I don't mind do 1.35, which I of course, okay, this one is just between us, or between all of us here. Of course, I know the seller sure okay already, what, right? But because I know, wow, since I know there's an opportunity, I went to go and squeeze the offer somehow, right? I straight away go and tell the buyer, not straight away, after a while, I said, I negotiated with the owner. The owner said, minimum, I want 1.38 lah. Okay, so the buyer took a while to think, then he said, okay, I will buy 1.38. Yeah. So after that, I went to the seller. The seller, now I got a negotiations gap for higher com ready one. So I went to the seller. I said, hey, I know your expectations is 1.34, but if let's say if I can get anything higher than 1.34, is it okay we do a profit sharing? Yeah, which he was actually a very traditional man, family, that kind. He is actually he was my reservist commander some more. I know, wow. So the world very small, but I don't know him. No, I don't know him. It's my reservist unit. I don't even know why I'm there, that kind of. So I don't really know him. So to me, it's just another client. Okay, so but later, of course, I found out he's a commander lah. Then after that, I said, is it okay we do a profit sharing of above if it's above 1.34? He very traditional. At first, he like, wow, why you want to take extra? After that, I said, no lah. This is just trying. I am not confident if I can get any higher. But if it's any higher, we're gonna split it two ways, 50-50. It benefits you. You don't lose out at all. Yeah. So when I lay out to him that way, he saw that, hey, yeah, he got nothing to lose. That's when he said, okay lah, he don't mind to do a profit sharing. So for 1.34 and 1.38, we split the 40,000 now. So each one we get about $20,000 extra. Yeah. So that was how we clawed up to about 2.8%. Yeah. Okay. So that is something that you guys can use for your deals if you actually spot a potential. Because now once we did that, we level up also. That was back quite a while already. Back we level up also. We always try to spot for these kind of opportunities, and we try to create these kind of opportunities. Okay. Next.
Like just wait for a while. You talk first, Wang San.
Okay. So the next deal, right, is also one of the deals that we found that was quite amazing. All right. We actually sold the property without listing the property. We sold the property, and our dear Aaron Yo, one of our PG mates also, our previous level up speaker, right? He was the one that, because we do the same landed area. So he found that I had a listing, or rather I shared with him the listing. Then he said, hey, I got a buyer that is willing to look at this property lah. So then we immediately, you can see the date, right? 29 Feb, the morning, we go and take photo. Haven't even list out. The afternoon, evening, my dear friend Aaron came with the buyer. All right. So subsequently, we managed to nego and close it, I think, within the next 5 or 6 days. Okay. That to me was pretty impressive because we totally, and we still managed to get a full com. Because a lot of times, people, when they say, wow, your job's so easy, I don't want to give you the commission, or the commission, but plus the price that we closed at was below what he bought, but that was just the market at Wak Hassan, right? So he actually tried to negotiate a bit off the com, but because me, Aaron, Chris, and Aaron's partner were there, right? We just didn't give way to the com at all. So the seller then, okay, said, no choice, give us the 2%, and that's how we close the deal. Okay, so next slide, please. Okay, so after sharing these few deals, right, I think what was the key to these two deals that really helped us level up, right, was actually, bro, next slide. It's actually because of this thing called GTA. I believe all of y'all know what GTA is, right? Because we have a very strong and successful GTA, right? We are able to sell off properties within 1 week, without sacrificing on our com, and or even not even listing it, because we know all our co-brokers there. We know all the buyers that are in the market. We are able to just, before listing it, match the buyer to the listings. Yeah. So building a strong GTA is actually more important than it seems, because it really helped us, even get more com. I told the seller, right, we are actually paid not by the time that the second seller, not by the time that we list your property. We are paid by our values, right? Our how we can value add to you, how I can actually, you think it's so easy to find for you a seller or a buyer without listing it? Yeah. So then the seller will actually thought about it and he was very, very impressed. Yeah. So a strong GTA can actually help you do that. So next slide. Okay, so the next slide is actually how can we actually successfully build a GTA, right? So I will use our reference because I feel like, yes, we have been quite consistent, and our, we have quite a substantial buyers there, and co-brokers there. All right, so based on what we do, we actually do flyering every 2 weeks consistently. Yeah, no matter you got call, no call, so it all relates back to our GTA. Initially we struggle, right? We keep bouncing GTA, we never stick to one place. But now that we have seen the fruits of our labor, we believe so strongly in this GTA thing that it helped us, achieve the results that we actually achieve. Okay, so flyering is one. Master list. I don't know if you all do this, but us, we do it. We have a very clear idea of what units are out there. Okay, that doesn't mean this list is for you to undercut people. No, that's not what I mean, right? It's just really for you to know what units are out there, so that when you have buyers with you, right, you can actually just let them know, even if they don't like your unit, you can let them know that, hey, I have this other unit just around the corner. You want to go and take a look. The condition is this, the price is this. Yeah, I think you will like it. So with this ready information, the buyer is more inclined to follow you. The buyer will be more impressed because, wow, this guy, I think he knows his stuff. So I think following him is safe. It's just the impression that you give out. So having a master list is actually very, very important. Okay. And then of course the last thing is, in order to penetrate into a GTA, right, you definitely have to start with the basic, with door knocking, right? You door knock the open listings, open one, the exclusive one, the one at your own discretion. Open one, go and door knock, go and build up your inventory. All right. Property Guru is nothing without listings, right? So go and build out your inventory. And through door knocking, you can also get to meet the sellers. This will also help you with the impression within the estate. Okay, so that's all for GTA, right? So I think I'll pass it back to Chris. Chris can share you further about the next slide.
Okay, I think effectiveness of your flyers, I think basically, right, a lot of us, if let's say we do GTA for our resale market, right, a lot of us, we think that maybe, why is it, like the first mistake that we did for our HDB, why is it that, our flyers is not getting any result? I think this one we got to ask back our own, we have to question ourselves really, okay, whether there's any other listings or not. Is it because of our problem or the estate problem? I think most of the time it's our problem, maybe it's our flyers is not effective enough. I think the reason why we always, 2 weeks show one time is that's where we review our flyers. If let's say our flyers is not good, then we will improve. We change design. If let's say this design is very good, right, we keep using back the same design one. So this is what we usually do. So do not give up your GTA. I think mainly question back yourself. Is there any other new listings coming up? Sometimes it's our problem. It's not the residents' problem. Okay. So now I'll go to next. I think these are the last few things really. Okay. So what have we done? What have we done during this CB period? I think you can just follow us in these three: our Instagram, our page, and our website together. I mean, these are the things that we have done during this CB period. I think because we are so busy with our resale, right? We've forgotten about the current modern like all these like Facebook, Instagram, all these things are very effective right now. So this CB period, we have done a lot on our social media platform and our website. Okay, so this CB period, we also reconnect with our clients. Reconnect them back, make sure that let them know that we are still around to help them after this CB period. We still constantly repost our listings. We're still marketing our house. Yeah, so we still have calls and inquiries coming in to keep them warm. Okay, and we also continue to follow up our prospective buyers also. Yeah, so these are the things that of course is a must for us to do. Okay, so I think you can see basically this is the website. This is the Facebook. I mean the Facebook page and the Instagram that you have created already. So you can see. I think it's very important for us to brand ourselves as a digital advisor already. This is nothing. It's not a norm anymore already. So we need to constantly go and do all these things to keep our branding strong. All these things we also can make sure that we can use all these skills, right, to recruit more people. So you can see this is our website. We also do some advertisement online, Facebook advertisement online, and we managed to get some sellers also. Yeah, so these are the things that I think that even resale market, right, you advertise, right, we still can get listings on. Something that we think that is impossible, but we did it lah. Okay. I think the last slide. Okay, last slide. I think is basically just now. I think we saw a few questions about our goals. So last year goal is already over already. So I think this year in 2020, right, we are looking to achieve 600,000. Okay, more than 500,000. 600,000 sales. Grow our team and increase our team sales also. I think these are the three main things that Justin and I we are both aiming to achieve within this 2020. Okay, is there anything to add?
No, I think that's pretty okay.
So I think we have come to the end already. We have a lot of questions, so you have to go and look into the questions. Okay?
Q&A, just post inside your Q&A section so that we can actually take a look. And then of course I'll go through the questions right now. Okay, first question. At the initial part of the partnership, was staying far apart from each other a challenge for you guys when concluding your first GTA?
I think.
Yeah, you go ahead, please.
Yeah, I think the initial part, right? I think staying far apart, whether the GTA is very far. I think this initially, if you don't believe in the GTA, right? I think in the end you will think that it's a hassle. I think initial part, right? There are a few times. Okay, like for example, like take it as we live. Justin and I we live around. I live at Bishan. Justin live at Boon Keng. Okay, there are some GTA that is, both are very nearby. But then, right, if let's say some of our GTA is very far, Jurong, all these things. Okay, there is one place that we do like let's say Sembawang. So far that we feel that it's a hassle to travel there. Then we stop doing. But in the end, we close a few deals there after that. Yeah, so I think that this thing even it's far, I think it's worth doing. I think it's worth doing. It's a challenge, but I think it's worth doing.
Okay, and next question. How would you know which listing to split your commission? I'm sure just now you all covered already, right? As of now, from what I understand from the both of you all, is that whatever leads that come in, warm leads or cold leads, you guys will actually just share it equally among both of you all.
Yes, that was then. But then, so right now, because now that we are both okay already, referral, we pull back again, we never split already. But the thing is, we just trust each other with the deals. We know that any deals that comes from our prospecting together, right, that one we will definitely split. And we are very, very transparent with it. Yeah.
Okay.
Trust for that one. Then if you want to go and detail, you won't be able to find out, right? If somebody wants to hide the deal from you, they won't know one. You confirm can hide one.
But we work based on trust. I think that everything for us is very, very transparent. I mean, sometimes if each one close his own deal, right, we also ask, you know, I'll ask each one, like, what do you close all these things? Yeah, so I think we are quite transparent.
Okay, but
Okay, so
I leave
the
Chris,
next question,
your,
right? Yeah, I want to know, right? What's the name of the law firm for the Westwood one that actually gave us so much problem?
Okay, I think this is just my guess lah. The name I need to go and dig the law firm's name. I cannot remember, but it's not the one of those that we usually use. But I think because this seller owe the law firm money, I think. I don't know, for some reason. So no matter what, right, he just only want to listen to the law firm. No matter what, even if I already negotiated something that was reasonable for him, right, he still won't listen. Right? He will only say, I cannot make a decision. He even has said the message, I cannot make the decision, only my lawyers can make the decision. So that was what led me to think that maybe he had some conditions with the lawyers lah. Yeah. I try to think, if anyone to know, PM me, I'll let you know. I'll go and
Yeah, I can just DM them on Instagram or Facebook so that they can actually update you once they actually get the name of it. So next question, do you both spend time outside of real estate work? So they ask you whether do you part or not lah.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, time to time lah. But okay, honestly, we are very independent in our own ways. Like once we are out of work, right, he has his stuff to do, I have my stuff to do. So in the earlier part, maybe we don't really spend a lot of time together because then he's single, I also single. We also need to part time, right, guys? So yeah, but now that it has become, our lives has become so intertwined, right? That it's hard to not spend time together, right? Yeah.
Okay, and how often do you guys don in your GTA?
Well, so whenever we penetrate, all right, like I said, the open listings we go and knock on, because that's just to build out the inventory. Yeah. So every time we penetrate, then if there's a listing which my buyer like, right, and then I see his open listing, I confirm go knock on. Yeah, this kind of thing is free opportunity lah.
Okay. And what about your master list? Just now when you actually mentioned about this master list that you have for sellers and buyers, so what kind of format do you actually maintain in? Is it in Excel or is it in Google Sheet?
We do Excel because anything, if let's say like Chris see a unit, although he don't really do the updating, right? He just update me, then I'll just update into the list. Yeah. But right now, because we are so familiar with our GTA, we don't even do Excel already. We now in our own messages, we already have all the units with. Plus,
okay.
Up here
So
also
I think mainly now will be all on WhatsApp lah. So you all actually communicate on a daily basis to actually let each other know lah. Okay.
Correct.
Okay. And what's the marketing cost on the average per month in your GTA to actually have this kind of consistent results?
Okay. So because we do quite a few areas. So for flyering, how much you spend, bro? I think the one you can answer better.
I think for flyerings and everything, right? I think over time, right, we start to increase the quality of the flyers, so our cost expenses will start to increase. I think it's very hard for us to justify how much to spend, but then we look for a cheaper alternative to make sure that we have to make sure our cost is effective.
All the
so
time,
currently
we look for the cheapest option all the time. So our distributors, our flyers, we also always look for the cheapest, right? And then how much we spend? Okay, we do cap maybe per month. We actually initially when we first start off, total about $3,000 initially, because we do a lot of things ourselves. Even the flyering we do ourselves. Yeah. So 3,000 was enough for us.
Okay, so next question I have for you guys. At any one point of time, I think this is a very good question. So at any one point of time, right, do you all actually feel like imbalance in terms of commission sharing? Because I mean, some of you'll find that some deals, right, you do more, some deals you do less. So I'm sure that along the way, they might have this kind of feeling. So if you really have this kind of feeling, then how do you all actually manage it?
I think for this, right, I think like I mentioned just now, I think it's like the cannot be calculative. Like at the end of the day, we want to get better together. So I think we don't really use the like how much how much commission we receive to calculate how much effort we put into this deal. But in fact, we try to balance it by closing monitoring how many deal we close. You know, I think there's something about us that we always challenge each other. Like for example, if let's say I close one deal this month, then each one will try to close one deal. Then after I think, hey, shit, we are even now. Then we try to close more deal together. That kind of thing. We don't calculate whether is it fair, whether the effort is it fair enough by the amount of commission that we receive.
Yeah, I think this is very, very important. I think that what they are actually trying to say also, if I understand you guys correctly, just like each also pointed it out, they tend to actually look at the bigger picture. So the bigger picture is in the long term for this partnership. They're not looking at the short term of how much they are actually earning, but for the long term, is it for a year, next year, 2 years, 3 years? So I think a partnership is a relationship. So that's the reason why that's how they actually react. Did I actually mention it correctly?
It's really the bigger picture. The money, yes, we are here for the money, but if you can earn money together, that's what brings you bring into the business.
Okay, so next, how do you actually manage your referral deals in terms of profit sharing? I think this person who asking, right, is this if you were to actually open up to profit sharing, right? So and you have a referral that actually referred you to this person, this seller. So how do you actually manage this referral?
Still, we still split.
Still same 50-50 lah.
Yeah lah.
But to
I mean,
there's somebody who actually referred you this deal. So to the referral, how much are you going to give them?
for us, we have a max. We usually per person $500.
What? $500?
Yeah, we only give maximum $500. If you want anything more for referral fee, then don't refer me. Okay, these are just standards that we set for ourselves, right? It doesn't mean you have to follow. Yeah.
Okay, and for the next question, right, I think it's connected also. So do you all actually share your deal commission even if it's your own referral? Now, I think you all answered in your previous slide already, right? Yes, at the start, they do actually share their deals, whatever deals, warm market, cold market, they will actually share with each other. But subsequently, because now they're actually doing well already, so Chris is Chris once, Yi Chong is Yi Chong once. So that's how they actually do it right now. Okay?
Yeah.
Next question. So when did you guys started recruitment?
I think we started. I think we started earlier phase. I mean, I think it's maybe a 2018 start. Then we started to post stuff. Then our friends start to talk to us. Then we start to recruit from there. But I think for this one, right, those new associates out there, I think recruitment you have to start early, because recruitment you need time. You cannot be paiseh to post yourself as an agent. I think there's nothing to be ashamed of. I think this is something to be proud of as an agent. I think because not many agents out there, new associates, right, they are not posting and telling people that you are agent. I think this is something that we should improve ourselves. Okay. Recruitment have to start early.
Okay, thank you. And last question. So if you all have any more questions, just feel free to put it in. If not, I'll just take this last question over here. So this question I think is quite important. If let's say both of you are engaged, do you actually allow your buyers or co-broke to actually view on their own? Or if not, then how do you actually manage your time?
Okay. So we also usually, if let's say really both very busy, usually we will tell each other, hey, okay, since you got this viewing, you go and settle all this viewing. All this viewing I pass to you. Maybe in Loyang, okay, or he will settle. Then if let's say really there comes a time where they are both engaged, right? Then we try not to let the buyers view on their own, because there's a lot of things that we do during viewing that we really treasure, and especially after the viewing. After the viewing, you want to get to know the buyer a bit better. You want to know where he come from, how sell already or not, haven't sell, I can help you sell. All that kind of things. Yeah. So we will always try to our best, right, to clear up time to go and meet buyers. That is our priority.
Okay, so with that, there's no other questions over here. So of course, I hope that you guys actually learned something about partnership. And if you, let's say you were actually looking for someone to actually partner to, I hope they can actually refer to the pointers that Chris and Justin have shared. so that you can actually value add your partnership. And of course, I would actually like to thank both of them, right, to actually give us such invaluable sharing. I think that is really very, very nice of you guys to actually share really openly to everyone about your partnership. So of course, it's not really very easy. It's like really opening up to everybody actually looking at your relationship between each other. So I find that this is something that is really, really commendable. Yeah, Kevin, you have anything else for them?
Nope.
Me?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. I think today's topic is very special, and it really that is why we do PG Level Up. So you all can see PG Level Up is really like a different platform of training. All right, we interview all these top achievers, young achievers, on their practice on the ground, and all this very interesting topic. All thanks to Bjorn for cracking his head to invite everyone from everywhere in PG. So today I think this kind of partnership topic can be very sensitive, right? And I think it's something people like to ask, but yet don't have a lot of chance people like to share. So I think today is a fantastic job. I also pick up a lot of tips from you. So Boyzone lah, Backstreet Boy, all these band will eventually go solo. So how? When were any plans to go solo?
Oh, must go solo? No lah, I think no chance.
I think no lah. I think we never ever mentioned about going solo or this thing. I think everything that we are doing, right, we all do together one. Like for example,
I see F4 also eventually go solo. All the boy band, all the famous band will eventually also go solo. And then after that, go solo already I become even more powerful and more famous. Yeah, but anyway, just a saying, partnership is hard to come by. It's hard to get a partner that can really work together. If you guys can work together, it's a blessing. Keep on doing that and spread all this positive energy. And I really enjoy the sharing from the two of you. Our young pre-eminent group, all the young and dangerous. Right? They are very young only. They are like in their early 20s, very young. And they are already on property, talking about property, investing in property. And I think Justin is Yi-Chong is Justin. Okay, people are confused. So I think Justin his first property at such a young age, which I'm totally very proud of you. And that's what we have talked about. We also want to inspire the young generation to be successful, as well as the young generation can also help us, the slightly older generation, to be successful with all your new ideas, and that's what makes up Pre-Eminent Group. Okay, good job. Over to you, Bjorn. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.
So one last thing that I need a favor from you guys, right, is this: if you haven't actually liked their page, CJ Realty, please go to their page right now and actually just give them a like. At the same time, add them on Facebook, Instagram, because I think that their content over there is actually pretty much value adding. So along the way, let's say you have actually no content or can't think of any content, you can go to your Instagram and Facebook, take a look. So yeah, just feel free to go to your Facebook and Instagram to add them so that they can be your friends. All right, so I'll see you guys in the next Level Up session. Till then, stay safe, okay, and of course, stay home. All right.
Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.